My child, are you weary of feeling lost? Do you feel as though you stumble on an unseen path, aching for a clear vision of your direction? Notice the gentle nudge in your spirit, the delicate urging that whispers, something greater is at hand. This moment is precious. You may feel lost, but I assure you, you are being called powerfully and urgently. I beckon you to surrender fully to your divine purpose. Today is a day of divine alignment, ripe with potential for your breakthrough. If you have ears to listen and a heart willing to yield, not a single day passes when I am not crafting your purpose with divine precision. Every nuance of your personality, every talent and every trial, they all come together in a formation of vibrancy unique only to you. As the potter forms clay with sure hands, shaping it to create something beautiful and functional, so have I formed you. You are a vessel not merely adrift on the sea of the world, but propelled by a powerful current, my living breath within you, guiding you along. Can you feel it stirred in your being? The momentum building towards a revelation you've yearned for. You're not wandering aimlessly, dear one. No breath you take, no step you make is wasted in this grand design of your existence. Your journey is not marred by aimless wanderings, but punctuated by divine waypoints. These waypoints, sometimes disguised as obstacles or detours, are the guiding posts of your journey, molding you to be the person you were meant to be. They shape you, refine you, and point you towards your true north. Each one urges you, surrender to the call that inscribes your purpose deep within your heart. I know in your heart there is a restless questioning, a whisper that disturbs your peace, hinting at a call you cannot ignore. This is your invitation, not to surrender as a sign of defeat or weakness, but to surrender in order to gain. By relinquishing control, you allow yourself to stand in the purpose I've crafted for you. In surrender, there is strength. It is the strength to let go of static comfort zones and answer the call to dynamic adventure and verdant growth. The worlds within you and without are aligning for your breakthrough. Are you listening to my whispers? Are you sensing the divine urgency in this critical moment of alignment? Resistance to this calling will only tether you to stagnation, holding you back from the leap of faith that could launch you into the fulfillment of your purpose. There are sweeping landscapes of untapped potential waiting for you, dear child. Will you take my hand and trust me as I guide you there by ceding your control and surrendering to my infinite wisdom? The webs of confusion ensnaring you begin to disentangle. The fog of uncertainty lifts. Instead of wandering, you are placed firmly on the path designed for you. A path sculpted by my loving hands to guide you to your divine destiny. It may appear dauntingly untamed or radically unexpected, yet every stone, every twist, every steep climb is there to advance you towards that divine purpose. And remember, I am with you, always leading the way, always providing the strength to persevere. In this season of surrender and alignment, I invite you to reach into the chambers of your heart and listen to its steady rhythm. Observe the undercurrents of my divine message persistently beat in your heart. Surrender is more than the cessation of resistance. It is an active pursuit, a reconciliation of your will with mine, and the pivot point upon which transformation hinges. Your purpose isn't merely contained within a job title, a bucket list of achievements, or a set of criteria defined by the standards of this world. My dear one, your purpose, crafted and precisely knitted into your being, is a unique contribution to our shared journey. It resonates with a divine melody that only you can play. There is a distinct frequency that hums in your spirit, a divine song only you can sing, and the world is yearning for your music. The world is yearning for you. Become aware, recognize the subtle signs, the recurring themes in your life that echo your divine purpose. They are breadcrumbs on your path, constant reminders of my ongoing work in you, the things that ignite your heart, the instances where you find joy and peace, the moments of resonance between my word and your spirit. They are indicators drawing you towards your divine purpose. I have set them there to guide and reassure you as you walk this journey with me. My child, in your surrender to me, your purpose will unfurl like a blooming flower, revealing intricate layers of beauty and wonderment in each passing season, a testament to my handiwork. You are in the midst of a grand unfolding, a process meticulously designed to shape you into the person you are becoming. Your submission to this work, your surrender, is a vital component. Your full surrender today to your divine purpose is a key turning moment in our shared journey. You are meant for abundance, for fullness of life, for spreading the aroma of my love in a world that so desperately needs it. Consider this your calling to something greater right now. Are you ready? Do you dare to venture forth, to plunge into the deep waters of surrender, and to experience the ineffable joy of grappling with the divine mystery of your purpose? I am with you, drawing you closer to your destined role in the larger design. I encourage you, surrender in this moment. Trust in me, for I know you and have uniquely crafted you for a purpose that goes beyond mundane existence. Yield to me, little one, for I have etched infinite worth into your soul, and I desire nothing less than your complete fulfillment in my divine love. Breathe and surrender fully into your divine purpose today. Do you recall the moment you realize that an ordinary piece of coal held within it the potential to become a diamond? At first glance, they couldn't be more dissimilar. One is dusty and dark, while the other shimmers and shines with the beauty of a sunrise. What's startlingly profound about this transformation is that it is born out of immense pressure and heat deep within the earth. What was once regarded as a humble, crude material reveals its glory, its value, its purpose under the harshest of conditions. My precious child, the same is true of you. The pressures you've felt, mounting stress, challenges that seem insurmountable, biting doubts, gnawing at your spirit, are not without purpose. They are refining you. Even as the earth's tumult refines the coal into a diamond, the sometimes painful pressures of life are preparing you for breakthrough, forming resilience within you, crafting endurance, forging character and integrity deep within your spirit. You are not the weight that you carry. You are not your struggles and trials. Rather, you are emerging more radiant and more robust from these experiences. In silence, I have been forming you, patiently preparing you for the purpose you may not yet understand. It may not seem like it in the moment of hardship, but rest assured, I am working in you, strengthening you, and establishing a foundation in you. Much like a builder who diligently sets brick upon brick, layer by layer, my hand has been upon you, gently and lovingly setting you in place. If you feel listless, confused, or uncertain, do not be disheartened, dear one. Picture a child released into a spacious, sunlit field. At first, the child may stumble, hesitating, unsure of the freedom of the sprawling space before them. They may cling to the entrance, unwilling to venture too far. Yet as they grow accustomed to the freedom they've been granted, they start to run, to leap, to revel in the vastness of their playground. The same awaits you as you surrender, as you begin to search out the edges of this divine freedom deposited within you. Right now, can I ask of you to trust me? To lean into the divine urge nudging at your heart, softly whispering of something greater, a life defined not merely by going through the motions, but a life marked by divine purpose. I'm calling you, my love, to something far more significant. Can you hear my voice echoing in the chambers of your heart? Resisting the call I've placed within you, seeking solace in the familiar, brings a certain form of stagnation. Clutching on to what you've known because it's comfortable or because it's all you've ever seen is not the vision I have for you. The ground you find familiar under your feet will not grant you the growth and revelation I have prepared for you ahead. Surrender, complete, utter surrender, is not an act of weakness contrary to what the world may proclaim. Instead, it's the stepping stone to the uninhibited freedom, the boundless joy, the radiant life I've envisioned for you. It is where the walls you've carefully constructed around your heart begin to crumble. It's where the fear that once gripped you starts losing its hold, replaced by unwavering faith and an unshakable knowledge of my love for you. When you yield to me, you are not discarding your strength but augmenting it with mine. Your surrender opens up the limited confines of your perspective to behold the vast expanse of my plans for you. It signifies willingness, readiness to embark on an exciting new journey, one that will take you to heights you couldn't have perceived, to experiences you've yet to dream of, and to a fullness of being that surpasses your deepest understanding. In that place of surrender, when your hands lay open to the infinite possibility of my divine design, you will start noticing that your life purpose is more than a role you assume or a label. It's your unique contribution to our shared journey. Surrender is the key to unlocking a life that resonates with the cadences of divine truth. It's the first step on the pathway to a new dawn, illuminated by the light of divine purpose. Release your life into my hands, for all that you are and are becoming is cherished and valued beyond measure. With every step you take, with every beat of your heart, my call echoes within you, inviting you to surrender, to step into your divine purpose. Remember, dear one, surrender is not about giving up. It's about giving over. It's about handing over the reins to me, allowing my love to guide your journey, and welcoming the divine purpose I have lovingly prepared for you. Breathe, my child, and listen to the lullaby of my love, beckoning you towards a life defined by purpose and painted with the colors of divine grace. Can you hear it? Will you surrender? Are you listening, my child? Are you heeding the whisper in the wind, the call that reaches out for you in every breaking dawn? I know it can feel as though the world moves too fast, that the days blend into each other, each sunrise chasing another sunset with little time to pause, to notice. But, oh, beloved, the divine call is urgent, not in a rushed or frantic way, but in the constancy of its gentle pull. It tugs at your heartstring, invites you to step closer, to listen intently, to surrender. Yes, surrender, dear one. For many, surrender conjures images of defeat, of loss. But my call for surrender is far from that. It's not about relinquishing power, but about stepping into the infinite power embedded in you, choosing strength over weakness. When you surrender to my will, to the divine purpose that I have carefully and lovingly crafted for you, you are choosing a life of abundant strength, wisdom, and love. The world aligns for your breakthrough. There are signs everywhere. If you would just take a moment to really look, to truly listen. Do you feel it as you wake in the morning? That sense that today could be special, that this moment is ripe for transformation. Do you feel the divine nudge as you go about your day? A hint that something far more significant is unfolding. If only you would lean into me. When you resist this calling, you risk stagnation, a life lived in the shallows. However, when you choose to surrender, to dive deep into my purpose, you are on your way to live in the fullness of my love, strength, and joy. Consider the grandeur of the night sky above you. I placed each star there, formed in intensity and fire, shining out against the backdrop of the unknown. Your divine purpose is no less precious. It was not thoughtlessly assigned like a job title taken from an assembly line. It is as unique as your own heartbeat, perfectly tailored, intertwining with the pulse of humanity. It is true there is much you can contribute to this world, to the realm of my creation. Do not reduce your purpose to societal roles or perceived expectations. Instead, expand it to my kingdom's needs, my grand design. Recognize, therefore, the subtle signs that point toward your divine purpose. There are recurring themes in your life, patterns woven into your journey, small synchronicities that echo a divine melody. These are not mere coincidences or random happenstances. Instead, embrace them as signposts guiding you on the road to your higher calling. Understand how they interconnect with the greater story of humanity. How every small act of love, generosity, and kindness strengthens the whole. How every step toward fulfilling your divine purpose brings all creation closer to a harmonious and abundant existence. As daunting as this may feel, remember I, the God who made you, am with you always. I have handcrafted you for a purpose far greater than you can currently comprehend. A purpose that is as integral to the larger design as a single note is to an exquisite symphony. You are not alone on this journey, dear child. I'm guiding you, strengthening you, reassuring you at each step of your path. Yet you must remember the journey is not an easy one. Resistance to surrender often comes with hidden obstacles: the fear of the unknown, the reluctance to release control, the weight of past events, and the tenacity of limiting beliefs. All these can cloud your vision, making it difficult to discern the path to your divine calling. But trust my voice over the noise and confusion. I'm your true guidance, the unwavering beacon in any storm. Overcoming the fear of the unknown requires strength and faith. Understand that while you may not see the full picture now, every step you take in faith brings you closer to your divine purpose. Letting go of control allows you to give space for my wisdom and grace to guide you. Control can often be the ego's way of imposing its own limitations upon the boundless plans I have for you. Resist it and choose instead the freedom of surrender. So quiet the noise within you and listen to my voice calling out for you. Understand with every breath you draw that every moment you spend in surrender, every moment spent in allowing me to guide you, is a moment when you draw closer to the divine purpose I have etched within your heart. Breathe, take pause, listen, and in that stillness, remember who you are. A much-loved child, a being of infinite potential, a soul on a divine journey, accompanied and guided by the one who loves you beyond comprehension. Step into this call, into this divine purpose. Beloved, let me illuminate the value of your crown, the authority I have entrusted to you. Your crown isn't made of earthly riches or temporal power. It signifies the profound completion and commissioning in my divine plan that you hold. Be not mistaken. It's neither a burden to make you bow in despair, nor a quest for worldly prominence. Your inheritance at this moment is already filled with my unending love, guidance, and the promise of transformation through continuous surrender. Remember, your crown also represents your divine purpose, the unique contribution you are here to make on our shared journey. It is an outward sign of my inward work, of the heart I've formed within you. In the quiet stillness of your heart, when it beats in tune with my own, that is when you will truly understand your purpose, your divine calling. Do not equate your purpose with occupational titles or social roles. Too often you define yourselves by what you do rather than who you are in my sight. Your job, your position in society, these are circumstances. They are not your purpose. These can change. They evolve with time. But your purpose is transcendent. It remains ever unchanged and eternal in my divine scheme. Listen to me carefully, dear one. Your purpose is like a river, not a stagnant pond. It flows, grows, expands as you align your heart closer to mine. It isn't limited to one particular thing you are supposed to do, but instead runs through every aspect of your life, every interaction, every task, every challenge you face. It's your unique contribution to the world that elevates the mundane to the divine, turning everyday life into an act of worship and surrender. Look for the recurring themes in your life, the patterns that emerge when you review your journey thus far. Those moments when you feel a deep resonance, a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond the superficial satisfaction of accomplishment. There the pulse of your purpose exists. At that spot, your passion, gifts, and the world's needs intersect, and there you are most profoundly aligned with my intent. As you surrender and walk closer on your path, the unique contribution you are meant to make becomes more apparent. It will take shape in subtle ways, perhaps as a recurring interest, a talent you often underestimate, or a pressing concern you can't ignore. Like a miner discovering precious gems in the rough, you may need to dig deep, to go through layers of insecurities and fears to reveal the treasure within. Your journey is deeply interconnected with the greater story I am writing across the cosmos and within each soul. Do not separate your story from the story of humanity. It is one with it. It ties into fellowship with others, into acts of kindness, compassion, and justice, and into personal growth and transformation. Your purpose isn't insulated, but spreads out, touching other lives in a ripple effect of love and goodwill. In this way, you reflect me to the world in your words and deeds, in your love and patience, and in your resolute faith despite the wilderness and the storms. Each time you make the conscious choice to walk in my love, to respond compassionately, to act justly, you resonate with your divine purpose. It is not found outside of you. It is formed within you, infused into your existence by my intentional craftsmanship. And it is this beautifully crafted purpose that connects you to the bigger picture, that anchors you in the sprawling narrative of creation and redemption. I'm here with you, dear one, as you silently question whether you are enough, whether you are able to shoulder this call I am placing on your life. Hear me now in your weakness. I am your strength. In your doubts, I am your assurance. In your fear, I am your confidence. Where you deem yourself inadequate, I have anointed and equipped you to fulfill your divine purpose. I do not call you to a task without preparing you for it. You are seen by me, known intimately, loved unconditionally. In my eyes, you are not measured by your worldly titles or achievements, by the fleeting standards set by society, or by the often misguided notions of success. You are infinitely more valuable than you perceive right now. Recognize, accept, and wear the crown I have given you, the crown of loving surrender and divine purpose. Step into the authority it affords you and move forward on the path that awaits. There is wisdom in this path, great depths of understanding that can only be gleaned through the lens of surrender. As you yield to my divine purpose, as you let go of greater realization of my love and guidance, of your own potential, and of the beautiful harmony that can exist in living aligned with me. Remember, the crown placed upon your head is not an expectation of perfection. It is an assurance that even amid struggles and challenges, even when the way seems unclear, you are steadfastly guided and protected by my unending love. In me you possess an authority that conquers fear, doubt, and uncertainty. In me, you find the strength and courage to fulfill your purpose, worn as a crown upon your head, reflected in the depths of your surrender, felt in the unending pulse of your heart's rhythm with mine. Breathe, my beloved. Be still and know that I am God, and you, dear one, are mine. My child, let's talk about surrender. Not as a petition to one's foes, not as a mark of defeat, but as an act of faith, as a genuine commitment to let the divine open doors and chart the course. The world often misinterprets surrender as weakness, a relinquishment of power. But in the divine realm, when I invite you to surrender to your purpose, it is an invitation to strength. You see, surrender in its purest form is not about sitting idly by while life happens to you. Quite the contrary. It's about actively engaging with life while trusting in the divine plan laid out immaculately for you. Every step you take in faith, every choice you make aligned with this integral trust is an echo of surrender to divine purpose. How do you surrender? It's quite simple. With every breath you take, every thought you still, every moment you quiet your heart, you open yourself to the divine guidance that's ever present for you. In a world that's constantly encouraging you to hustle, to strive, to control, I call you to a moment of reprise, to simply be still and let my love envelop you. Each journey starts with a single step, a single decision to embark on the unknown path. With that first step and every subsequent footfall, you are choosing to surrender, to trust me rather than presume to know all the answers. Little by little, these small daily acts of surrender become as natural as breathing, seamlessly integrating into your day. You may start by surrendering the first few moments of your day to silent prayer, or by intentionally releasing a hurtful thought and replacing it with an expression of my love. Even in mundane daily acts, there is space for surrender. By offering kindness to a stranger or patience in a frustrating moment, you are practicing the art of letting go of perceived control and yielding to love. Remember, your value does not lie in the world's definitions of success or power, but in the unique divine purpose that is steeped within you. And part of surrendering means trusting that this divine purpose is not arbitrary or transient. It's not dependent on your comings and goings, but rather is deeply embedded in the very fiber of your being. It's the blueprint that has been carefully crafted, that has set in place every intricate detail about you. The color of your eyes, the rhythm of your heart, the dreams that bloom from your spirit. Surrendering to your divine purpose means acknowledging that there is an eternal realm, a larger design, a vast expanse of love which guides you far beyond what your human eyes can perceive. In surrender, there is a peace that surpasses understanding. It's the hush of a tranquil morning as the dawn light filters through an open window. It's the gentle whisper of my voice as you close your eyes in prayer. The peace that comes from surrender flows like a river, uninterrupted, abundant and deep. It is not a fleeting comfort to be grasped or earned, but a mighty river continuously flowing from the source of my divine love. There is an inner knowing associated with surrender, a recognition that you are living in alignment with not just your human desires, but your divine purpose. It's a tranquility, a deep-seated calm that echoes in your spirit as you walk hand in hand with me, navigating each season, each challenge, each celebration. Peace. That is the fruit of surrender. And yet surrender is not passive. It's a lively dance between releasing control and taking purposeful, deliberate action. It's about trusting in the ease and flows of divine timing, while also taking those intentional steps forward. Surrender is the holy junction where faith meets action. I'm here for you in this dance, moving with you, guiding you despite obstacles, despite detours, despite stumbling blocks. Fear not the unknown, dear one. I am the shepherd helping you navigate the terrain, leading you beside still waters, preparing you for the journey to come. Resist the temptation to turn back when the path is steep, when the obstacles loom larger than life. Remember, I refresh you, I fortify you, I prepare you, and I see so much more than you can see from your vantage point. Be reassured even in your deepest trials that what matters most is not the size of the obstacle, but the strength that is forged within you as you, with courage and faith, continue to step forward. Surrender then becomes the sweet song of triumph, a testament to the grace you have found in letting go and letting God. It is the same song that will be your anthem as fearlessly and trustingly you continue on your divine path, fully surrendered in spirit and in truth. So breathe, my child. Be at peace in the midst of turmoil. Know that your best ally and greatest mentor rest within you, within the call I have placed on your heart, and the strength that accompanies it. And with every step, with every quiet surrender to the divine rhythm of your journey, know that my loving hand guides you. Let surrender be your guiding light as you step into each new moment with faith, hope, and love. This is only the beginning. In this place of vibrant life, let me remind you, surrendering to my guidance is not a passive act, but rather an empowered choice. It's like a trust fall, fully confident that I and I alone will always be there to catch you. It is in your daily living, your ordinary moments, where this surrender and trust truly come to life. Now picture yourself in a quiet room at the break of dawn. The soft morning light spilling through the window, washing away the shadows of the past. The world is still asleep, yet you are awake and alone with me. This, my beloved, is the ideal setting for the first practice. I invite you to cherish solitude with me, purposefully welcoming the day in communion with your Creator. Even when the world around you clamors for your attention, seek these moments of solitary peace. Can you hear the songbirds outside your window telling the world it's time to awaken? They do not waver or hesitate. They sing their song unapologetically, fully surrendered to their purpose. Like them, I ask you to tune your heart to the sounds of life that I have set in place for you. Quiet spaces of solitude are sacred ground where you can hear my whisper amidst the rush of the world. Listen. I'm speaking to you, offering gentle guidance, loving encouragement, setting a rhythm for your days. Your second practice, an awareness rooted in gratitude. As you walk along your path, take time to appreciate the everyday miracles I have prepared for you. The air you breathe, the food that nourishes you, the loved ones who share your journey. Each moment is a gift crafted by my hands. Let your words and thoughts linger on these blessings, and your heart will begin to pacify, making space for the divine whisper once more. Gratitude nourishes your spirit and opens your heart to see my works in the most mundane of things. A warm cup of tea on a winter day, a child's laughter echoing through the park, a single flower blooming amidst the concrete. Each of these is a testament of my profound love for you. They embrace the ordinary with holiness, transforming the mundane into moments of divine connection. Through gratitude, you invite me into every facet of your life, from the grandest joy to the simplest pleasure. Trust now becomes your third practice, serving as the foundation of your surrender. Trust is the sturdy bridge that spans the waters of doubt and fear. How does one cultivate trust, you may ask? It starts with every breath you take. Can you not see how beautifully your body works, inhaling and exhaling, without you having to instruct it? So too, you can lean on me, your divine creator, who designed you with such intricate detail, each facet of your being in perfect coordination with the other, just as you trust your heart to beat and your lungs to breathe. Trust, my love. It is steady. It is constant. It beats and breathes in perfect rhythm with you. Imagine yourself standing in the middle of a forest, the wind rustling the leaves above you. Feel their motion. See how they follow the guidance of the wind without resistance. They don't cling tightly or remain still, but rather surrender to the wind, moving in harmony with it. This is the trust I'm asking you to have in me, to let go, to flow freely where I guide you, knowing that my plans for you are always rooted in love. The final practice I invite you to embrace is humility, a natural outflow of your surrender. It recognizes that in the grand scheme of things, you are not the sole author of your story. You are part of a larger design, together shaping the beautiful landscape of life on Earth. As a river shapes the valleys, so too does your story shape the greater narrative of humanity. Humility understands and accepts that my purpose for you is not contained to your own story, but travels beyond what you can see, adding depth and richness to the mosaic of life. My child, surrender is not a single monumental event, but rather a daily practice. It is woven delicately into every moment, like the minute details in a beautifully crafted creation, yet essential to its function. These practices, solitude, gratitude, trust, and humility, are your intimate sacrifices, small givens, everyday offerings. They create a rhythm of surrender, a beautiful dance with me, shaping your journey and transformation. What I started in your life, I promise to see through to completion. My love for you is never-ending, and my promises are as sure as the sunrise following the night. So don't be weary or afraid to surrender completely. Remember the early morning solitude, the soft light of dawn, the songbirds announcing a new day. Breathe in my constant presence. Surrender to my omnipotent and compassionate hold. This surrender is your strength, beloved. In understanding this, you find your footing on your divine path, consciously stepping with me, guided by love, upheld by infinite grace. As you let go and open your heart, even the stones beneath your feet become stepping stones, leading to your divine purpose. A path that has been prepared solely for you. I'm your strength in every step, your guide in every season. Don't fear the journey. It is not a lonely road, for I am walking this path with you every moment of every day. Surrender, my dear one. Press onward in that assurance. In this moment, surrender feels like standing at the threshold of a foggy expanse, your heart pounding with the paradox of vulnerability and strength. Fear of the unknown wraps cold tendrils around your resolve, seeking its concession. You might yearn for solid plans, for visible steps to security, for the comfort of control. But my child, I am the one who leads you through the fog. When you surrender control, you take your rightful place by my side, walking into the unknown, not alone but guided, held, and creatorally loved. You may remember occasions when control served you well, when it built walls against chaos, shielding you from immediate harm. Remember, though, that what once served survival might confine your growth today. Change your perspective. Ask me to replace fear of surrender with faith in my divine orchestration. That control which was built as a shield can transform into a bridge of trust across the chasm of uncertainty. You have my word, dear one, that I will uphold you, guide you, and keep you secure. But for me to do that, your hands must be free of the reins you clutch so tightly. Past conditioning also presents an obstacle. Old narratives spoken over you since childhood can tether you to a constrained vista of what's possible. Perhaps you heard, be practical. Don't aim too high. This is who you are, nothing more. These brushstrokes can paint a limiting landscape, one that must be surrendered to welcome the magnificent vista I have in store for you. Surrender these outdated beliefs, and let me refine your understanding of yourself and your potential to glimpse the infinite expanse of possibility I hold for you. Consider the ego, the narrator of your conscious mind, an expert at disguise and persuasion. In its well-intended efforts to protect you, it can convince you that prudence and realism dictate caution and hesitation. Yet are these not also masks for fear, veils that hinder the breathtaking view of what lies beyond? Let your soul reclaim its authority, invigorated by the strength of my own spirit. Allow love and faith to be your guide, not fear cloaked in the guise of wisdom. While the world insists on self-reliance and fierce individualism, surrender invites you to acknowledge your interdependence with me and all creation, an interconnected harmony of being where no one is truly alone. Such a surrender does not merely happen. It's a choice, a conscious and renewed commitment. It is the resilience of the clay, willingly yielding to the potter's hand, knowing that each stroke, each moment of pressure forms and refines. It is the seed, relinquishing the comfort of its shell to plunge into the dark soil, trusting the unseen plan of roots growth and leaves bloom. You are alike a chosen vessel, a divine seed. You too are being formed, being readied for a destined bloom. Surrender, however, is not a quiet resignation. It is an act of discipline, a daily choosing to say yes to my call and no to the patterns of fear and hesitation. The echo of I am with you reverberates each time you choose faith over fear, love over uncertainty, surrender over control. This practice begins in the quiet moments, in the stillness before dawn, in the solitude of your prayer room. It begins with laying down your worries and fears, exchanging them for the comforting embrace of my peace. It begins with releasing the grip on your expectations, trading them for a sense of wonder and anticipation of my perfect unfolding of time and events. Let your surrender be seen in your breathing. Take a deep breath, inhaling grace, exhaling control. Feel my presence permeating the air you breathe, a constant reminder of who holds your life, your path, your very breath. Your breath testifies to the intimate intertwining of your life force with mine. This exercise of daily surrender spills into your actions. It is seen when you extend love instead of fostering discord. It shows when you slow down to listen to truly hear the raw, untamed song of another soul. It is felt when you put aside judgment, walking the path of grace and compassion instead. It is demonstrated when you step forward in faith, especially when the next steps are unseen. All these moments, simple yet profound, are your daily steps of surrender. They might not shake the earth with their weight, but they shift the universe with their significance. And so little by little, surrender becomes who you are, not just what you do. Yet remember, surrender is crucial, not because it ensures a perfect absence of struggle or pain, but because it invites an undoubted presence amid every whirlwind. It brings you in sync with an unseen hand that lovingly crafts your moments, your encounters, your insights, setting in motion divine appointments that may seem coincidental to the human eye. For in God's kingdom, there are no coincidences, only purpose and provision. Beloved, the surrender you find so challenging is also the birthplace of liberation and strength. It is time to put aside the illusion of control, the weight of past conditioning, and the persuasive whispers of ego. It is time to embrace the trust that surrender fosters, to declare it not as an abstract concept, but as a living, transformative action in your life. Are you ready to embrace surrender as your strength, not your weakness? Understanding the obstacles you face in surrendering to your divine purpose requires a gentle exploration of your fears and past conditioning. That fear of the unknown, it is but smoke dancing in front of you, obscuring what I have set in your path. Yet in surrender you will come to realize that the unknown is not something to fear, but rather a space of boundless potentiality where I reside. Draw near to me in your uncertainty, and learn to trust in my guidance as an anchor in this expansive ocean. Let go of control, and allow my love and wisdom to guide your course. You've held tightly to control because it seems to promise security. You are like a child clinging to a familiar object, afraid to let go, apprehensive of what would happen if you relinquished your grip. But remember, control is an illusion, my child, one that allows you to temporarily ward off discomfort and uncertainty. You appear to manage some pieces of your life, but it is I who wield the ultimate command. The winds and the waves, the hills and the valleys, the blossoming of flowers and the flight of birds, all dance to the rhythm of my direction. Letting go of control feels like stepping into a dark room, uncertain of what you might stumble into. Yet how can you discover the treasures in the dark room if you never step inside? By releasing control and submitting to my will, you walk into an inviting room, lit by the unfading glow of my love and promise. It will feel unfamiliar and unsettling at first, but as your eyes adjust to this new light, you'll witness wonders and possibilities you could never have foresaw. Do you feel the weight of past conditioning, the limiting beliefs that have been imprinted into your mind over the years? Like an old, worn-out cloak, they've become so familiar that you barely realize you're wearing them anymore. But your past doesn't define you. Dear one, I didn't form you to be a prisoner of your past, but to be a pioneer of your future. The beliefs you cling to from your past, whether instilled by parents, teachers, or personal experiences, they don't set your truth. I do. Oftentimes, these conditioning and limiting beliefs shape your perception of reality to the point where you interpret my presence and guidance through a distorted lens. But remember, I don't speak the language of limitation. I utter words of endless capacity and boundless creations. Coming to me in full surrender involves letting go of these outdated scripts and embracing the reassuring truth of my intentions for you. Your ego can often be a wolf in sheep's clothing, presenting itself so convincingly as prudence and realism. It casts a shadow of doubt on your path, challenging your trust in my will. But remember, when your heart pounds with conviction and holy purpose whispers in your ear, that is me, not chiming clocks of mere rationality. Know the difference between ego-driven fear and divine-driven purpose. The latter melt away doubts with its fervor and set your heart ablaze with unwavering faith and purpose. Even in recognizing the obstacles, it can seem daunting to navigate this terrain without guidance. My hand is reaching to you through the fog of what that ego has thrown up as a diversion. Be aware of these obstacles, but also remember the strength you carry within you. The strength I've instilled in every fiber of your being. But I have known you to be mighty from the dawn of your creation. I crafted you with a spirit resilient and receptive, capable of overcoming any adversity that stands in your way. Realize that these obstacles, as formidable as they may seem, are merely signals to reconnect with me. There is no obstacle impassable with my light guiding your path. When fear invites you to doubt, whisper my name in the quiet of your heart and feel my love envelop you. When past conditioning has shackled your spirit, recall that I set you free and blew the trumpet of liberation at Calvary. When the ego attempts to veil your heart, pull the curtain aside to reveal the truth of who I've called and commissioned you to be. Listen intently, sweet child of mine, to the call of surrender, echoing from the depth of your being. There's no need to fret nor struggle. Simply release the tension from your grasp and let my grace and wisdom guide you. I'm by your side. What appears as a mirror maze of obstacles is only a straight path towards into my embrace. Know that these struggles are your landmarks of growth, of stepping closer into your divine purpose. Each striving is a song of victory that heaven echoes. Stay with this exploration for a little while longer. Do not rush to shake off the discomfort, but rather allow it to bring forward deep wisdom. Let each challenge, each obstacle become your stepping stones, radiating with my grace under your soles, edifying you to unsurpassable heights. This journey to surrender is a sacred dance between you and me. Allow this dance to unfold naturally without force or haste. Move gently to the rhythm of my love, and let me guide you to the place where you'll bloom in glorious purpose. Believe in this unique journey of surrender that I've orchestrated for you. Celebrate every stride, every courageous moment of letting go. For each is a testament to your faith, to your trust in me, to your leap into the boundless unknown. I see you, sweet soul, treading this path of surrender and growth. Your steps are not unnoticed. They're remembered and cherished above. Know that I am your constant companion in this journey, ever ready to guide, to comfort, and to strengthen. Keep your heart open to my whisperings of courage and comfort in the face of these challenges. Feel my hand upon your shoulder and continue to press forward on this path of divine purpose. Trust in my lead, little one, for what is unveiled next will bring such joy and peace to your heart. Beloved, it is in the surrender to my divine design, the unwavering commitment, that you find the golden threads of purpose in your life. Begin to see how intricately you are connected to the grand narrative of humanity, the wonderful story of redemption and grace unfolding over the ages, and the pivotal role you play in this timeless continuum. You are not a mere observer, but a participant instrumental in the rhythm and resonance of this divine dance. When you surrender fully to my divine purpose, you become more than yourself. You are a radiant reflection of me. I will shine through you, transforming your reality into one of peace, joy, and abundance. The echoes of your surrender will reverberate within and extend beyond you, influencing the environment around you and the people within it. You will begin to see the world with new eyes through the lens of my love. Breathe, dear one. Allow your heartbeat to resound with the rhythm of my purpose. Step into the current of my divine will and realize that you've always belonged here, flowing within its warm, embracing currents. This is where your passions align with the world's deep needs. As you surrender your fears, doubts, and the clinging of your ego, you will discover the infinite resources that I, your Creator, have endowed you with. Your unique gifts and talents, even the scars from your past that you so wish to hide, have a place in the larger design of what I'm doing. You'll experience synchronicities that confirm you're on the right path. Little blessings that indicate you are walking hand in hand with me. Each step you take, each decision you make will be wrapped in my love. Trust, my child, for you're never alone in this journey. I've promised to walk with you the entire way. The farther you journey, the deeper you dive into the depths of my love. The more I become your guiding light, your shelter, your sustainer, and your source. In complete surrender lies your greatest strength. What was unknown becomes known. What was hidden becomes revealed. What you thought impossible becomes possible. My hand will direct you, my love will protect you, and my grace will sustain you. Each pathway forward, each door opening for you, is a testament to the faithful pursuit of your divine destiny. Life will look different because you have begun to live it differently. You'll understand the mystery of the universe, not by figuring it out, but by dissolving into it, losing yourself to find yourself in me. In the resilience of your surrender to my divine will, you will find your path. You always have a choice, dear one. You can continue to see the waves from the shore, or you can embrace the call and ride the tide. You are seen. I have not forgotten you. The work that I began in you, I am bringing to completion. I have gifted you with unimaginable strength for what is ahead. Peace is near. Allow the quiet to envelop you, to tenderly wash over each doubt and fear. Know there is immense power in waiting patiently with me. I invite you to commit fully to your divine purpose. Confirm your dedication to me in the quiet corridors of your heart, knowing that this decision isn't a destination, but a journey, a beautiful unfolding of your life into something far greater than you ever envisioned. As you cling to me, let your whispers of trust dissolve into determined shouts of commitment. Choose now to walk this path of surrender and watch as I miraculously transform the mere grains of sand in your life into a glorious beach of possibility. Uphold your end of the promise and witness as I uphold mine. Think about the unparalleled peace that will saturate your soul, the joy that will echo in your laughter, the abundance that will spill over from your existence. This is your true living, breathing, moving, existing in sync with my divine orchestration, in harmony with my song for you. This is the celebration of life as I intended it to be. Remember, dear one, surrender is not a moment but a chosen posture of the heart, a way of living, a disposition to my will. This is what it means to live a surrendered life. You're not here merely to witness the miracles, but to participate in creating them as well. Embrace this, move forward, and watch how the path unfolds before your very eyes. Amen. After digesting this message, I invite you to share it. Let this word echo beyond our conversation. Share it with your fellow travelers on this journey of life. Allow it to reach out and touch the ones who need to hear it. Keep the ripples of this message moving. In sharing, we spread the love. We strengthen the faith. We align more closely to the dance of divine purpose. It continues, my child. It always continues.